Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 6th. I am getting ready to start day 6 of the ride. I'm here at Rexburg, Idaho, and today I'll be driving down to Vernal, Utah. So you can see bikes getting a little bug gut action going on. But been running good except for this fork right here. I was doing a little leak. Had to try a little work on that last night. We'll see if it works. But yeah, so going down to Vernal, Utah. I originally had a relatively short day planned, only I think 6 hours drive time without sightseeing and whatnot. But I think I changed my route a little bit after talking to Dad last night, and I think I'm going to go through like Jackson, Wyoming, and over towards the Tetons and then down. So probably going to have 8 hours of drive time, 450 miles or 425 or something like that. So a little bit bigger day than originally planned, but I'm going to get over and check out the mountains and stuff that are over this way. So looking forward to it. Talk to you soon.
Okay, so I am driving on Highway 33 headed towards Jackson, Wyoming. And going past all these irrigation farms, so I wish I knew more about plants. I do know that Idaho is famous for potatoes, so I'm wondering if those are potatoes. I'm going to look at this video of it so I can look it up later. It's grown outside of Rexburg, Idaho. But it is irrigated. All of these irrigation systems are going off this morning. So I know corn, I know soybeans. About it. So we'll figure out what's going on with it later. Alright, coming through Driggs, Idaho on Highway 33 on my way over towards Jackson. Cute little town. It says it had a population like 1,600. Here at the base of the mountains. Got your standard issue restaurants and bike shops and Sotheby's Realty. Well, that tells you how expensive real estate around here is. We'll do a quick right and left. Idaho, nice place. Alright, well, here is the crossing into Wyoming. There's that guy. And Idaho. Highway 22. Heading over to Jackson. says 10% grades and brake checks and 60,000-pound weight limits when you're loud. And so, curvy roads, avalanche warnings, loose crossing, all the signs of a great road. So, see how nice this road is. Here at the top of the pass for Highway 22, and you can see Jackson Hole is down there, and we sit at about 8,400 feet right now. Get a view of what this looks like. Says that's an avalanche risk area over there. So yeah, we'll be headed down that way. Alright, you can kind of see down over the railing where the road goes. Maybe I'll get a better view up here. Yeah, I mean, serious winding down the mountain here. Wow, neat road. Down apparently until it hits these barricades at the end. Oh Lord, that would be a pretty intense situation. Alright, we're coming down into Jackson Hole. So I'm going to go to Jackson Hole proper, which about 18 miles, so I got to go turn and head north just a little bit. I'm just going to go see what that area looks like. And then while I'm here, I'm going to look at what the Gateway Jackson Hole Church looks like. Since that was purchased by the church years ago. And that's the church. Snake River. I think that's the one Evil Knievel jumped over somewhere, but I do not know. Alright, so I'm about 15 miles from Jackson Hole, so I'm saying all this moose crossing and I keep looking. Hoping, but I ain't seen anything yet. Yeah, this part seems a little more touristy than the other side of the mountain. Was definitely more agricultural. So we'll see what it looks like when we get into town.
looks like a mountain and winter sports. I've seen some buses with whitewater rafting tours, so that must be on the Snake River, I would anticipate. And a lot of biking, bike paths. Mostly nice commercial buildings too. I mean, it's 9 o'clock and it's still 59 degrees here. Like more of the downtown Jackson area. Let's see, it's a neat shop area, and looks like, well, I am going left, but this is the direction to Yellowstone and Teton. Oh wow, check that out, Jackson Hole, stacked full of antlers. Yeah, this is the square. All right, I'm gonna go over so I can get some pictures. This is kind of cool. Yeah, that's neat. Okay, yeah, I think I left my camera running a little bit on that last, so got to see a little bit of the downtown area, and it extends a few blocks off in each direction with more shops and restaurants and whatnot. I mean, I won't kid you, I mean, Jackson Hole's legit. Looks like it's got a lot going for it. Nice place, nice buildings, nice restaurants and shops, and then, you know, obviously it's just a starting point for all the national parks that aren't far away, and skiing and all that mountain sports stuff. So I'm gonna go a little ways up here because it says, you know, when I just put in Jackson Hole, it still has me 9.4 miles down the road, which I don't know what's up there. So if it starts thinning out, I may just stop, turn around. National Elk Refuge. Visitors. Wow, what's that? Saying I can see some elk. Alright, since I was in Jackson Hole, I thought I'd check out the Gateway Church that I knew we had out here. So that's the entrance. There's a small house. And that must be the church. Alright. Not your typical gateway size, if you will. This is all the parking lot. Pretty small. Alright, so there you go. There's the Gateway Church. Jackson Hole. Yeah, I'm on Highway 26, headed over towards Alpine Junction, Wyoming. And this is the Snake River on the left side. And just a beautiful little valley highway through here. And this is Astoria Hot Springs Sporting Club or something. I turned in because I thought it was the entrance to the boat ramp, which looked like it had a bathroom, and it was the wrong entrance. So I drove back in there until security stopped me, and pretty nice place. Definitely a lot of resorty stuff around here. I mean, it is a beautiful area. There looks like there's a ton to offer out here. I got 20 miles to Alpine Junction. If I see anything cool, which I probably will, because it looks like I'm going into an avalanche area. Always something fun in there. Alright, here is Afton, Wyoming, and this is pretty cool. It has over the highway Handler Bridge. How cool is that? Afton, Wyoming. And the state line is just over there. I've been running along it the whole way, so kind of interesting. Downtown arch over the highway was cool. This church is kind of cool.
the front, and I know this lower radiator down here is going to have some unsavory leftovers, let's say. So I'm going to probably want to clean that up because, well, it's just kind of gross. So, but been a great day so far. I think I'm getting down into the end of the mountainous area, and then I'll be kind of in the high plains, Convertible, Utah. So, and I'm sure it will warm up quite a bit too. It's warmed up since we got down here. It's 81 degrees. I mean, it was 50, I don't know, 55 in Jackson Hole. So, anyway, we'll see if anything cool comes up. All right, I'm here in southern Wyoming. Finally changed the battery on the camera so I can show you kind of what it's looking like out here. And I mean, it's every bit as desolate as West Texas, maybe more. I mean, you just don't see any buildings or anything. It's just nothing but wind. You can see the wind whipping the grass. And I mean, I haven't seen any livestock out on these. There was a long time I didn't see any trees. I mean, those are the biggest trees that I've seen in a while out here. Probably 30, 40 minutes, like nothing. There was what was called the town Carter, and every building was abandoned in it. You can't see playground if you ask me. Alright, still in Wyoming, and kind of up close and personal with some of these, whatever they are, formations. Kind of cool, they got a little bluish green tint. Going to Utah, leaving Wyoming. So this is not a new state to me. I have been to Utah multiple times, both work and pleasure. Racers come out and play USA volleyball national tournaments in Salt Lake City, and I used to have a customer when I was a rider. 7,226 Coca-Cola Swire bottling company. So I used to come out for that quite a bit. So here we are in Utah. And I do remember their highway signs all have a beehive on them. Kind of interesting. Alright, I got about 70 miles left to go. And we'll probably stop at the next town and get some gas because I need a smidgen of a break. My water bottle's empty, so while I would probably likely burn it all the way into the Myrtle, Utah, show up somewhat on fumes. I don't like to get down below 50 miles left in range. Although my wife would consider that a week's worth of gas. I got to get some hydration. It's hot out here. So here we go in the great state of Utah. Staying here tonight, and I'll be driving the whole length of it tomorrow. Alright, coming down the hill into, I do not know what town this is. But got a lake out there. Haven't seen a lake in a while. Must be at the bottom of this valley. And in the valley there's a whole bunch of, I don't know if they grow hay or, yeah, probably just hay. But a neat little descent down into this little town. Oh, it felt good at the top of that hill. It says it's 600 feet. Cooled off about 5 degrees. And it's toasty down here. Flaming Gorge is what I think that is. I think that might be the town also, Flaming Gorge. Well, let me find out. Here it comes. And it's Manila. Close. Manila Bay at Flaming Gorge. So the lake might be Flaming Gorge. Town might be Manila. Alright, this is Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area, and I'm going to assume that color is live. So this should be interesting. Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area in Utah. This one is kind of cool because they have these little green signs that teach you about stuff. So it's like Carmel Formation contains alabaster from an ancient tidal flow. Like you can drive and learn at the same time. Okay. It's got some credibility. This is cool. Alright. Formation or mud flats reptile tracks. Gotta read it fast. Plus over this is another lake. Oh wow. The color on that. And the lake at the bottom. I should have got you some video before. I was too busy taking pictures on my phone, but that was impressive. It has a amazing blue lake with the red and the sandstone color. I mean, it's intense here. We'll get another 2 minutes, probably better. There you go. Wow. This Flaming Gorge is legit. Wasn't hardly anybody here. I don't think it's a huge attraction. Ooh, better pay attention. There'll be another view up here at the top. View of where I came from. Oh, there come all those other bikers. Wow. What a great road. That gorge isn't long. I mean, it's only a couple miles long, 3 miles, 4 miles long maybe, I don't know. But it's a gorgeous section. It's a gorgeous section of the road. Yeah, the road's cool because see my map, I was looking at the curve and go all the way up there. My first trip with the camera mount that I can clip onto my helmet, and don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm going to have hours of footage that may be garbage, but we'll find out. It's mainly for me, so it's my verbal diary of what was going on and the cool stuff. So 20 years from now, when I can't remember what the trip was like, I can pull this out, look at it. And I know my dad likes to see where I've been and what I did, so throw it out on YouTube and you can watch it. Wow. There's more. Okay. This is pretty cool. Great road selection map here. I wondered why I had like 60 miles to go and it said it was going to take me an hour and 20 minutes. I'm like,
That is impressive. That is picture worthy right there, ladies and gentlemen. Do I still have this camera on? Sorry about that. Alright, since I made you endure a 5-minute video segment just before this that I didn't mean to have go, I'll give you the greatest view of this whole canyon. Here you go. This is Flaming Gorge Canyon from the top Scenic Point Lookout. Look at that lake. Got some boats going on it. It goes all the way back up into there. What an absolutely amazing looking place. Wow. This would be a good... There were some campsites down at the bottom I saw. I'm sure there's more, but dang. That is a nice situation. Alright, this is coming down into Vernal, Utah, which is where I will stay tonight, and 8% grade road with 10 different switchbacks. And a beautiful view off to the side there of red sandstone formations and a lake. These are obviously fun roads. Fun on a motorcycle. I mean, I just passed a semi-truck that's coming down, and he's having to crawl. This descent has 3 runaway truck ramps. Says this is a big mining area, so they got like dynamite blasting and whatnot going on. What they mine here. That is a sirloin and salad bar. What? Two of my favorite things. Okay. Here are the accommodations tonight. Oh, and the thing I do like about places like this is to park right outside of my motorcycle. So